this very moment, you could be doing anything else in the world, but you're right here looking at your screen and listening to my voice. It means you yearn for something. What if I told you that you can change everything that's happening in your life right now? Before April 1954, it was believed that no one could run a mile in less than 4 minutes. People had tried to do it repeatedly for over 1,000 years, and yet it failed. It was considered impossible. The human body was simply not capable of a 4-minute mile. It was called the 4-minute barrier. And then in Oxford, on the 6th of May, Roger Bannister came along and he ran a mile in 3 minutes, 59.4 seconds. Interestingly, Bannister was not a pro athlete. He attained this record with minimal training while practicing as a junior doctor. But as part of his training, he relentlessly visualized the achievement in order to create a sense of certainty in his mind and body. He thought and pondered on his success daily. Now, here's what's significant about that event. From then on, the 4-minute barrier has since been broken by over 1,400 athletes, including high schoolers. The record set by Bannister only lasted 46 days before being broken by John Landy in Finland. What happened? What made what seemed impossible now possible to many? Here's what changed. When he crashed through the barrier, the rest of the world saw that it was possible. And the previous myth was only a mental barrier. It was the mind that set the limitation, and not the body. It took Bannister a sense of extreme belief, extreme thought in his mind to remind himself that it was possible. And when he reminded himself that it was possible, his subconscious just had to agree with him, pushing his body to create the effect of his manifestation. He alone created that certainty in his mind without seeing any proof that it was possible. From then onwards, when other athletes got on the track, they knew it had been done. Holding that thought in mind made them go on to break the barrier and break his record. They thought about it into reality. Mind power is one of the most influential and most useful powers you possess. This power consists of your thoughts. The thoughts that pass through your mind are responsible for everything that happens in your life. Your predominant thoughts influence your behavior and attitude and control your actions and reactions. Some call it the law of attraction, while science calls it the reticular articulating system. This law of attraction uses the power of the mind to translate whatever is in our thoughts and materialize them into reality. The results of positive thoughts are always positive consequences. The same holds true for negative thoughts, always leading to bad outcomes. When it comes to science, we have a system in our body called the reticular articulating system, RAS. This system helps our brains decide what information to focus on and the ones to disregard. When your purpose is clearly defined and you have a mission, and you live every single moment with certainty that you will achieve it, you influence what the RAS filters into the subconscious: positive information. The consequence of this is that you begin to pay attention to the things that help you achieve your goals, things you otherwise would have never paid attention to. That's what the power of thought gives you. As the Greek author Plutarch said, what we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. Your thought is not merely your perception of experiences, but those experiences themselves. A study was carried out by Dan Siegel, a professor of psychiatry at UCLA School of Medicine, and he realized that the mind meets the definition of a complex mathematical system in that it is open and can influence things outside itself. It is chaos capable based on the things you feed it with, and it is non-linear, meaning that small inputs lead to unusual or difficult to predict results. What does this mean? It means that what you feed your mind with, the thoughts you harbor, positive or negative, will reflect on the outside and guide your life along your line of thinking.
Subscribe to my channel and share with people who may find this video should be useful. It will help me reach my goal faster and expand my audience.